Good morning, good morning, good morning, world. Good morning to you all, and welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning, and so we thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes in our back and for the world is a better place when the early morning sports talk podcast is taking place. And so thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this past week and will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in and participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page. We have the Early Morning Sports Talk community page, as well as our normal Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. Again, on IG at the Early Morning Sports Talk POD. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, Ann Jones, Jake Nikki Long, Tiana Vincent, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is December 14th of 2024, and we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world, where we saw the Final Four teams clinch their berth into the NBA Cup semifinals, where tonight, y'all, the red-hot Atlanta Hawks will take on a team that everybody was kind of looking down on a few weeks ago, and I was too, the red-hot Milwaukee Bucks, as well as the Houston Rockets taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder to clinch a berth in the NBA's second inaugural NBA Cup, where these teams will face off in Las Vegas Tuesday night for the championship game. We also, and we will see, by the way, who will take care of business tonight. Additionally, we saw George Kittle and Kyle Shanahan express their frustrations with linebacker Devondre Campbell, who played most of the season due to the injury of Dre Greenlaw in the Super Bowl last year. They expressed their frustrations after the Devondre Campbell fellas quit on the football team in a pivotal NFC West matchup Thursday night versus the LA Rams. Bringing up serious questions about his character, but then also questions about his personal life, but also perhaps about its head coach and the future of the organization. As you remember, Jamar, that conversation last weekend, brother, even after this past Sunday, there are still questions. And they did really well against our Chicago Bears, only to have that momentum killed last Thursday night. And then additionally, we see the Chicago Blackhawks rising star Connor Barad. Y'all have an amazing game. Y'all should have saw the assist, the goal, man. It was off the chain. Thursday versus the New York Islanders, leaving excitement for the Chicago Blackhawks. Yes, they are the worst team in the NHL. Yes, they just fired their coach. But we have Connor Barad to look forward to, and that's what we're going to do. And then lastly, we saw the college football 12-team playoff be announced, which for some shockingly excluded the mighty Alabama Crimson Tide. And so with that being said, introducing our guest for this morning, Mr. Emmanuel Theopolis, joining us for the third time here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. Emmanuel is a comedian from Indianapolis, Indiana. He has toured across the Midwest and has placed in the top 101 comedians within the World Series of Comedy. And you'll soon be able to hear him, y'all, on Sirius XM Radio on a project that he has upcoming. And so, Emmanuel, good morning to you, my brother. It is indeed a pleasure to have you again on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good, man. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me back, man. I always enjoy coming on and talking sports with you guys, man. So
Yes.
yeah, it's good to be here.
Yes. And thank you for joining us. Yes. Additionally, introducing our brother from another mother and one of my partners here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Mr. Jamar Goodman, good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm here. It's been a long week, but we made it.
So. Yes. And so with that being said, world, we thank you all for tuning in with us. And so let's get right into it. And so, Chicago Bears miserable recap. It was actually already up. And so, Jamar, as we do every week, we got to begin the podcast. We got to be consistent. I know it's tough and I know it's a rough conversation, but we got to be consistent, brother. The Chicago Bears, let's talk about them. And so, what was your thoughts this past week from Thomas Brown's first game? How did the team look? How was their mindset to you? Just where are you with things right now?
And if I'm being honest, that team quit. They
You
just
took the words out in Emmanuel's mouth.
they flat out quit.
Yeah.
Bro. Let's see. I mean, down 24-0 at halftime. If I'm not mistaken, what they have like 4 yards of offense at halftime or something like that.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really bad. It was
It was pee-wee football numbers.
Dude, like every time I look up, George Kittle's open with the football going down the middle. Brock Purdy did whatever he wanted to do.
They ran the ball completely down their throat, bro. They cannot stop the run.
The freaking 4th-string rookie running back Garendo just came in there and just became a fantasy star that day for anybody that had him in their lineup. He just did his thing. And then you start hearing more things that's leaking out about the team behind the scenes and stuff. People not showing up to meetings on time and not taking things seriously and accountability issues. That's been a whole year type deal. Look, if it wasn't for Caleb Williams being with the Chicago Bears, this would not be a desirable job for anybody to come into right now. It just wouldn't. They lack, even though they have a leadership council, they lack leadership. How does that happen? You have a quote unquote leadership council within your players of the team, but you don't have any leadership.
Yeah.
So why? So that just screams red flags to me all the way across the board on that one. I mean, how is it that the rookie quarterback comes in? I feel like he's probably one of the most people that holds anybody accountable in the whole building.
Right.
You have vets that's on this team that's been paid, that has made Pro Bowls and all pros, and yet it's the rookie quarterback with all the hype that comes in, just with the most like maturity. It's wild to me. Look, I can't really fully blame. I really can't blame Thomas Brown for this loss. Like I can't. I mean, at the end of the day, players got to go out there and execute. And then the guy, the defensive coordinator, I mean, that's the first time he called plays and I don't know how long. So, I mean, that defense just looked bad within itself. And you got, Jalen Johnson getting in Juwan Jennings' face after breaking up a pass. Like, fool, we down like 3 scores. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, look, I know the Niners are definitely a better team. I know they've been a disappointment this year, but I didn't think we was going to, lose like that. I mean, it's one thing to lose, but to lose in the fashion that you did, it just reeks that we quit.
Yeah.
And so I cannot wait till they hire. Well, yeah, I can't wait till they bring in somebody that can start changing this thing around. But once again, we've been saying it like forever. This thing really is not going to change until ownership change or however we get to that point. Through somebody selling the team or just the natural life. I don't care. Just some got to give. So
stadium move or something like that. Good morning to our viewers. Good morning, everyone. Emmanuel, our guest for this morning. You are a Chicago Bears fan as well.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on this team as we talk?
Well, it seems like the Bears have been in a constant rebuild my entire life. Well, we're always trying to find pieces and places and puzzle pieces that fit here. And to comment on something Jamar said about how it seems like Caleb Williams has the most responsibility on him and can kind of take control or not take control of the room, but people look to him, and I feel like a lot of that is because that's some of it is I don't want to say the media, but in a way the media hyping him up that he has to do that. So he doesn't have the for lack of a better word, the cushion of being a rookie and kind of learning what to do. And
Mm-hmm.
the Bears are just known. We're not known for QBs. We have never built a QB in ever. So that's factoring into it. And I don't know if y'all spoke about it, but I'm noticing a very lack of uh a lack of plays being made to DJ Moore, one of our, if not our best receiver. Like he's not getting the ball much, and anytime that happens, you hear rumors that they don't get along, which I wouldn't, I don't 100% dismiss because I know Justin and DJ they were tight. So
Mm-hmm.
and then he
Yeah.
loses his buddy so quick. I'm gonna put some away about it, and then yeah, it's just a whole lot of people who would normally show up for them games. DJ, Komet, Allen is getting a lot of shine, and so is Swift. Like he's making big moves, so good for him. But I know a lot of our normal heavy playmakers aren't really making plays, and that takes time with no building that chemistry back up. Also, with I'm glad we finally found Eberflums because that was a long time coming. It took, man, and I hate to see
Been
anyone
saying
lose
that
their
since
job,
2 years.
right? But those last 4 games, the not calling timeout, the not running plays, we could have beat some damn cheeseheads. Like I was like, we got it.
That could have
Why
been
we
a
running
highlight of the
timeout?
season, right? That could have been a
Right,
highlight of the season thus far, Manuel.
right. I'm like, why are we not calling timeout? Why we not running one play? We can one more play and get closer. We can run a play and possibly score. What are y'all doing? And blocked. Mm. I was ready. Josh Chicago gonna throw hands with him. Like, nah, Matt, you stay put. I'm coming to see you. We gotta talk.
You sound like Ian Emmanuel because Ian he done seen the owner the McCaskies. He done seen them before up close, and Ian he seriously was contemplating doing it himself.
Like, man, if I can get with arm grass to that man, and then I think me and Jamal are both in the Bears Facebook fan page, and us all kind of post, well, Thomas Brown is the answer. We need to get rid of him. Like it's his first time, guys. Like come
Chill.
on now. It's
Right.
literally day one, and
Mm-hmm.
offense was actually shaping up pretty well when he was calling offensive plays. Like we had some phenomenal second halves. I don't know why we don't show up for the whole game, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But it's like you can't expect an immediate 180. There's going to be growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not on team. Get rid of Brown. Is he head coach material? I don't know yet, but I feel like he still has some time to possibly be kind of worked into that role. We'll see. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're at a playoff contingency, I believe. So I really just want if we can win today, that'd be nice. And if we can beat the doggone Cheeseheads, I will consider this season okayable. not good. Yeah, okayable. Like I just really want to see that. And to pivot, I'm gonna die on this hill because when Justin was playing for the Steelers, he was over there dropping dimes, highlighting how good and how much potential that kid actually has. The fact that the Bears had no offensive line, no real weapons, no good coaching, he was put in a bad position and was not put up to succeed. But now he's with Tomlin. No, he won he's like first 3-4 games out the gate. Then now he's sitting behind Russell Wilson, who was a phenomenal MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see him actually still be okay. Like, hey, I still got this because I like Fields, man.
Mm-hmm.
I get why he got let go. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. But to
Mm-hmm.
actually see him go to another team and put up good numbers kind of validates my fact. And then with that group of men, they were so quick to blame Justin for every doggone thing. And now the same ones who were blaming Justin are now defending Caleb with, oh, it's the O-line. Oh, it's the staff. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. I'm like, that's the same thing I was saying, but you know what? Whatever. I'm not going to do this with y'all right now. But yeah, like I'm a rock with him. I've been with him since for forever. So
Man,
Yeah.
Bears are like that bad partner that keeps giving you stress, make your hair gray, have you worried, all type of things, and you just sit there and you be like, I love him though, I love him, I can't get rid of him, I gotta continue to be with him. And all they do is
I
continue
can't
to
quit you.
disappoint and continue to disappoint and show you their true colors.
And see, and that's what's frustrating. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, man. You know you good.
And see, that's what's frustrating about him, because you'll see flashes of excellence. Like you'll see, like it's the scraping at the surface. They're right there. Why can't y'all just catch that lightning in a bottle, or light that flame and keep it lit?
Right, keep it
I
lit.
see y'all do phenomenal things, and then next Sunday, I don't know what to do. Where did he go? Where did he go? I'm like, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah. And Emmanuel, you're a comedian. Just put you on the spot really quickly, my brother, if you don't mind. What give me a word or a few words to describe the Bears right now.
One of them is okay, yo boo, because that's man. Okay, yo boo. Sometimes he.
Sometimes.
It's like sometimes I love y'all, sometimes I hate y'all, but so sometimes he.
Sometimes.
I'm not gonna say lackluster, because, like I said, there's flashes of greatness in them. Frustrating than a mug, man. And from a comical standpoint, it's like this can't be real. Like there ain't no way y'all are doing this right now. Like Jamal
ain't no way on Thanksgiving you was watching what you was watching, right?
Man,
ain't no way
that
Jamal was
game
in the office, had all my coworkers watching with me, and we watching what we watching. Ain't no way.
It's like a roller coaster. Like y'all start off kind of low, then you begin to peak, and now you're talking trash. Like, hey, we're gonna win this. What? Bear down, Bear Nation. And then you hit the peak of the hill, and then it goes down real quick. Like, man, we had that. What happened? What happened?
Oh my God. I mean, it's so bad, Emmanuel, to where you remember where you were, Jamar, when the kick was blocked. And you remember your partner sitting there talking with you, and she's like, "Oh, they're doing good. They're right there. They could kick the field goal." And then the field goal get blocked, and then the person that's next to her be like, "I told you they was gonna mess up," but they said it in French. Like, how embarrassing that is, you know? Like,
man, see, here's the kicker. It's almost like it's like a running gag in video games and movies and cartoon shows. You never say that was easy. Like, so you never want to jinx it. I'm like, oh, we got this. And there's 10 seconds on the clock. Shut up, don't jinx it. And then sure enough, and like the block field goal happened so quick, I wasn't sure what happened till the announcer like, it's blocked. Like, why you, first of all, lower your tone. You ain't gonna be that loud. Why?
Bruh.
Like, take some of that energy at your voice, man.
Emmanuel, that sounds just like a Bears fan, though. Jamar, we sitting there watching the game, right? And you see the Bears going down the field in as well, and then you saying to yourself, and then you saying to others, "No, don't get too excited. Don't jinx it." Don't. I promise you, I was saying that every week. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Dude, I kid you not. In all those late game situations, I'm just sitting here with a blank face, like, I believe it when I see it. They're
right?
Like, it's gonna miss. Somebody gonna block it. Lord and behold, I was thinking it. I'm just watching. Even on the Hail Mary, I'm like, watch this. Like, watch they get this. Like, there's no faith. Like, why you don't give me any reason to believe that you can finish this game?
Man,
like none.
That Hail Mary, man. I hope they made him walk home, because I would have. Like, nah, man. Just up on this bus. Like,
no, of course not. You know, Evilfools gave him a hug after the game.
I was actually on my honeymoon that weekend.
Right. Evilfools gave him a hug, said, "Good game, son. Good game."
Yeah, you don't hold nobody accountable. That's exactly what he did.
Oh man, you want to lap special with me?
You say, "Good game, son."
Yeah.
That you went out there and gave it your all, son. I'm proud of you.
That was just, and then like I know in Hail Mary plays they tend to let a lot of calls slide and don't call everything, but that was a pretty aggressive hold by the Commanders. That
Yeah, I agree. It was some calls that was
Yeah.
not called on that. I agree. Though the offensive line was holding. I kept saying it for the longest. They was holding the
yeah,
defensive lineman.
and I know there's a lot that they let slide, but that some of them were super like, come on now, you can't let that one get away. Like, what are you doing right now?
Right. And Ian Jones now, you know, him he's been stating everything that Jamar stated this morning about the Bears, and has been stating that about for the last season or two consistently that what will happen, in other words, what can go wrong will go wrong with the Bears. That's what he's saying.
Matter of fact, I think Ian is here, and I think his audio is here.
Ian, bro, you here with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, bro. And so, what's your thought on the Bears, man? Like, like how you feeling this?
Oh boy, they're throwing shots in the comments.
Man, the same same old. They suck. Nothing's going to be better. It starts at the top, as we always say. I mean, at this point, they might as well tank the rest of the season. I mean, I thought honestly last week I picked the Bears to win. This was the only game I picked the Bears to win this year because I thought, they got a new coach or a new head coach. They would play with some enthusiasm or, a new type of energy.
Right.
And I kind of got a glance at the game, and I said, they about to get blew out. And the 49ers just doing what they want to do. I feel like they playing 7-on-7 on air. I was like, man, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, at this point, might as well tank, get some draft picks, or I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. It's
thinking there for the future.
It's embarrassing. They're becoming like the most embarrassing team in the league, and it's crazy to think that it's crazy to think at one point that was the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions got the best record in the league. Shout out to my Lions.
No, wait, man. Your line, like, bro,
that's crazy. And he flipped. He's no longer a Bears fan. He's a Lions fan now because he ain't got a lot of people in Detroit. He be up in Detroit a lot, so he a Lions fan now.
I mean, I like that they got Monty. I want to see Montgomery get a ring. Other than that,
Monty is nasty.
What do they call him? Sonic and Knuckles.
Yep,
Sonic and Knuckles. Yep.
Yeah, they make a good combo, man. Listen, if y'all want the down Bears to win, y'all just got to go to Vegas and place money against them.
Man, they still gonna lose, Jonathan. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, once Vegas got into it, man, it became way more wishy-washy on who gonna win what. But man, it's a struggle. It's a struggle bus.
It's a struggle. I like those words, like it's a struggle. That describes everything. And was you saying something, bro?
Yeah, let me ask you guys this question before we go to the next topic. So, this season is basically over. Where do let's say they go into the next season and get another coach, and it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, where do we go from here with Ryan Poles?
Right. Very, very good question. It's a tough question.
I mean, at this point, he is on the hot seat by default. At this, and it's wild because probably about 5 months ago, we all was praising him for everything he did, but I mean, when you have the offensive line, a position to where some of us did question going to this year, like, do they have enough there? But they was confident to believe that the offensive line was strong enough. But when you have the #1 overall pick, the most sacked quarterback in the league, what is this, David Carr all over again? Like
Man,
that's
dude.
what it feels like. I don't need another David Carr who was
Yeah.
out the league so quick because he was seeing ghosts and getting hit all over the field. I don't need another one of those.
Nah.
And then also that we like the pass rush hasn't been there either. The coach, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. Like, I mean, we talked about the lack of critical decisions at the end of the games. We talk about the lack of accountability and the culture and this stuff. When you have players talking about like coming in saying like, I wish such and such would coach us harder. Like if any players are saying anything like that, then you have a major issue. Like, why are players coming out saying like, I wish Shane Waldron would coach us harder? Like, what? Like, what kind of president are you setting within the organization? But once again, it goes back to the people that owns the team. That it's been like this since forever. George, who Ian ran into, Ian, I keep saying this, you should have put the pause on him because ever since he became the chairman of the team, the Bears have yet to have a playoff win. Ever since McCaskey has taken over in the Bears, I believe the winning percentage is like 40%. Like it's just like it's a toxic environment, and yet I give Ian slack every time that he says like this is my Lions, one pride, and go Houston, and I got like here's this Rams tattoo, right? Like I give him all this slack, but yeah, we are the goofies that get up every Sunday morning, put on the clown makeup, go say bear down, like something's gonna change, and it doesn't.
I mean,
don't
the
think my
laws
life
of
is
probability. Nah, I mean, when I'm trying to die, when I die, I'm gonna come back and haunt Packers fans. So,
Man, and so Ian, bro, the only thing I state is this is he got one more year, fellas, to fix the offensive line. And I'll leave it at that because Rand Poles was a former offensive lineman. He has did a lot of good things. Jamar, he done put together a nice roster. We can't sit here and say that this roster is just some little scrub roster. These are some pretty nice players with good resumes. These are some pretty accomplished NFL players that have had a lot of success. The only thing that we have talked about outside of the coaching has mostly been offensive line. And so I say this to you, Ian, bro. He has to address the offensive line and get greedy with playmakers. I would not mind seeing a tank because if you tank, then you can get another explosive guy. But your priority got to be lineman. It has to be to protect the franchise quarterback that you drafted last season. That has to be the priority. And from there, you gotta continue to build. You got to get some dogs down there. You got to get some dogs that love to get dirty, and he has, I would say, a year to fix that. He did a lot of good things, and so that's why I say it's a tough question because he's did a lot of good things, y'all. He's did a lot of good things. The only thing I don't see that he did that hasn't been good is been an offensive line. If he could fix that, and we got some solid, good coaching that know how to manage the clock and do things like that, I think the Bears have a chance, y'all, to improve drastically next season. And I'm sticking to that one, really, though. Man, you gonna say something?
Yeah. See, and what's wild about that is on paper we look like a solid team. Like the maths on paper, there was no reason why we should not be out here winning. So it's like, what is like if 2 + 2 is 4? What is this? Like, why we getting 8? Like, what is happening, guys? Get it together. Like, stop it. Because on paper we look like a very solid team. Like defense is somewhat shaping up. We were number 1 in the red zone, so that's good. Like, if we can stop them from getting to the red zone, that'll be even better. But once they're there, we can kind of we're pretty good at not letting them get a 7 on the board, except this last game. They just tissue paper this, but it's one of those things. Is like it's the math isn't math on why we are not shaping them like we should, because we do have a lot of good people on offense. We have a lot of good factors that we should be winning and be doing a lot better than what we are. But Bears gonna bear sometime, most times.
Yep.
Right.
And real quick before we go, it just like you when you just started, math ain't math, and it just triggered the stat that I heard yesterday. So the Bears are 4th in the league in turnover differential. They are plus 10. Plus 10. Like, which is insane for their record, but at the same time, they are 31st in the league in yards per play on offense. I'm sorry. They're dead last in the league in yards per play on offense, and they're 31st in the league in yards per play allowed on defense. So basically, we can't move the ball, and everybody moving the ball on us. So there you go.
Right. And the defense doing what they need to do in the red zone, sounds like. And so, guys, we're gonna see what happened with the Bears. The math ain't mathing. Bear math 2 + 2 = 3 because y'all always come up short. Jonathan, it's facts, bro. It's facts. It's facts. And so ain't no disagreement there, man. And so we are gonna see what happens with the Bears. Got a big one Monday night, and we'll see what happens. And so let us progress. And so we would like to ask for our viewers and for those that has rocked with us thus far this morning, support this stream. This link right here, this QR code, you could literally use your phone, click on this QR code. Perhaps Jamar, I don't know if that's a legit comment. Make sure.
It's not.
Okay, it's not. Okay. And so support this stream. And we'd appreciate the love and support. We actually got some hoodies sold this week, Emmanuel. And we got a nice clothing line of hoodies and different things you could wear of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. And so got the logo out there. They fly and it's warm. It's fashionable.
I'll check it out.
Yes. Appreciate it, Emmanuel. And so for all of our viewers, please support this stream. Click that link, click that QR code, and from there to take you to our Venmo, and we could, definitely use you guys' blessings and use it to do what we need to continue to do as a podcast. And so with that being said, thank you all in advance. And so, guys, let us progress now to NFL reactions and overreactions. And so I will begin with you, Jamar, follow up with you, Ian, and then you for our guests for this weekend, Emmanuel. And so, first, gentlemen, is it an overreaction to think that after watching the Chicago Bears lose the way they lost this past Sunday versus the San Francisco 49ers, that this team has given up on the season and threw in the towel? But at this point, I think we've probably answered that question with our comments. We've totally answered that question with our comments. Yes, the Bears have given up, and so let us progress. Next, gentlemen, is it an overreaction to think that after watching the LA Rams come off an impressive win this past week and impressive wins these past couple of weeks as they beat the Bills, and me and you, Jamar, pointed that out. You see, we struggle with that game, that the LA Rams, if they get into the NFL playoffs, could be a team that nobody wants to see. Jamar, your thoughts?
Definitely not overreaction. We was discussing it last week, like you said, it was making the picks, and I know my reason was if Matthew Stafford can stay upright, like they can, that offense can move the ball, and so as you pretty much seen outside of this past Thursday game, even though they end up winning, and I think weather played a lot of factors into the lack of touchdowns scored in that game, but nevertheless, when Matthew Stafford has time in the pocket and he's throwing the ball, it's like watching a surgeon out there. He just performing surgery, just carving up defenses, just doing his thing, and it does have like glimpses and flashes of that Rams team that went on to get it done, because also on top of the Rams offense playing the way they've been playing, that young defense is actually starting to come around a little bit as well. I mean, for them to hold San Fran to, if I'm not mistaken, 6 points at home? Mm-hmm. That's telling. And I understand San Fran has been down this year, but they still have a bunch of weapons. I mean, they just put 38 up on us. I mean, but
Yeah.
And I mean, if they catch the ball, if they catch the ball, we probably talking about a different outcome, Jamar. If Debo catches those passes going, up the, we know when Debo catch that ball and he got that momentum, ain't nobody finna tackle him really.
Yeah, he's probably gonna score on that play. He's probably gonna score if he caught the ball. But, yeah, that's a story for another day. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't know about you, but anytime that Cooper Kupp, even though he had a goose egg that game, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and Matthew Stafford on the field at the same time, that is tough. That's tough because that allows receivers like Demarcus Robinson to have one-on-one matchups, and he could be explosive at times. Tutu Atwell, Blake Corum comes in, like Parkinson, the tight end, like, and that dude is huge. I mean, yeah, that team can be deadly. Simple enough.
Yeah. Ian, bro, what's your thoughts, man? If the Rams were to get into the playoffs, looking healthy the way they are, could they be this dark horse that nobody wants to see come January?
Yeah, I think they could be a dark horse for sure. They got Mr. Touchdown over there with Kyle Williams, and they got a pretty good head coach who is very offensive minded and is very he's very innovative
a winner, bro.
with calling their play. Yeah, and they kind of under Cooper Kupp's kind of been under the radar a little bit, with him being injured, and Puka is still young, and nobody's really thinking about them. They don't have all those stars on the defense, but they getting those wins like while nobody's watching. So they're definitely a team that I wouldn't want to play. That's a team that you can get easily knocked off. It's not like basketball. You get a series. It's only one game. So they definitely a team I would want to play for sure.
And man, you're a football fan. You know about the Rams. What's your thoughts on this question?
Yeah, if they were to make it, they are definitely a team to be wary of. But being this late in the game, man, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but because they were qualified for the wild card slot, and I can't recall a time.
Well, not exactly, Emmanuel. That division is wide open in NFC West. Even the Niners.
They are in the West, aren't they? I had them. I don't know why I didn't know that there.
Yeah, and so just an FYI, my brother, the Niners are 6-8. The Cardinals are Jamar 7-6. The Seahawks are 8-5, and the Rams are 8-6. And so it's a wide open division.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot they were in the West. I don't know why I had them in the East for some crazy reason, but so if they were to make it, I see them. I could definitely see them being a sleeping giant that people won't prepare for and don't know how to adjust for in time to actually knock them out. So I think that they will be. They could be a dark horse that comes out of nowhere. But I think like everyone else in the NFL, logic is that if you could knock out, if anyone would have beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, they gonna mess around and win the whole thing, because the Chiefs are that dynasty right now that obviously you got to get past to win. But if they go to the bowl, Chiefs are gonna win it. All right, it's set up to where it's gonna be a thing. If they can somehow get knocked out before that, then and then I have the Lions taking it, but we'll see, man. Yeah, but I definitely think the Rams could. I knew you agree with that.
Right. Okay. Yes, and so let us progress, fellas. So next, is it an overreaction, Jamar, to think that after Josh Allen's mega performance last week versus the LA Rams, that he should now be the front runner for NFL MVP?
Not at all. I mean, I was saying the same thing as soon as it happened. I'm like how can you? I mean, at this point in time, how can you not give him the MVP? I mean, as we know, the Bills are arguably a top 3 to 5 team in the whole NFL. I mean, I definitely will not lie and say I thought they would be at this point this year based on the offseason changes and the roster personnel that they had. But that, just goes to show how great of a talented individual Josh Allen is. Because I mean, without Josh Allen, that team is definitely probably picking for a quarterback in this upcoming draft.
Right.
So, dude, I have nothing but good words to say about the man this year. Because like I gave him the Bills Mafia so many chances over the years, and they continue to let me down. So, as far as the regular season concerned, and him winning the MVP at this point, yeah, it probably is his. About 2 weeks ago, I was saying Lamar Jackson, but things have changed, and yeah, we are at Josh Allen's. It's Josh
Right.
Allen's
We're in
MVP
Josh
to
Allen's
lose.
world. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, Ian, bro, what's your thoughts, man? After I'm sure you probably saw that showdown that happened in LA. You see how the Bills have been playing. Josh Allen has been playing. After that performance versus the Rams, is it an overreaction to think that Josh Allen now is the front runner for NFL MVP?
Honestly, no, it's not an overreaction, man. I think he's been creeping up on guys like Lamar and Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. I think he's right in the conversation. I just think he's not getting talked about, you know, because he really doesn't have a running mate over there. All those other guys I stated, they got pretty big name players around him, but he doesn't this year. So
Mhm.
no, I don't think it's overreaction, man. I think he's right in the conversation right now. Um,
Mhm.
Honestly, they've been trying to give Josh Allen MVP probably for the last 4 years, but I mean, it's just always somebody that's just pretty much takes over. But he's definitely in the conversation this year, and I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of pull it off, but it's gonna be hard for him because of those other three guys. But he's definitely in that conversation though, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. And Emmanuel, what's your thoughts, brother? Is it an overreaction to think that Josh Allen should be the front runner for NFL MVP?
I won't say overreaction, but I will say I think it's a little premature to jump to that. So not an overreaction, but not an underreaction either. Only because it's getting down to eyes are on a few players on who it's going to be, who it could be. So anyone who has a phenomenal game on a big stage like that, yeah, oh yeah, it could be him. It could be that guy. It could be him. So there's a lot of back and forth on the head of the pack, for lack of a better way of putting that. So overreaction, uh, I'm gonna say the reaction is right where it needs to be. It's possible, but me myself, I don't think I'm there just yet to say, oh yeah, he's a front runner, but he's definitely ahead of the bulk of the pack of the possible MVPs.
Okay. Okay. And so, yeah, Jamar, I'm with you though. I think he should be the front runner at this point. His story, his team, the roster, um, the numbers, it's all there. And so, let us progress. And so, next, fellas, fourth, is it an overreaction to think that after the sneak by win last Sunday over the Los Angeles Chargers, in which, if you guys remember, a doink happened and the Chiefs won the AFC West. Doing AFC West champions again.
Yeah.
And so after this happened, fellas, and the Kansas City Chiefs are now 12-1. We have seen a lot of sneak by wins, not a lot of impressive wins. Is it an overreaction to think that the Kansas City Chiefs are one of the worst 12-1 teams in recent history? Maybe this even goes back to Mark, when you talking about the Minnesota Vikings and that team. But like, is it an overreaction to think this?
I mean, technically speaking, it's not. Now we know that Minnesota Vikings thing that was whew. But no, this it. I'm fumbling over my words because this here is a little unique because yeah, we've seen it all year that the Kansas City Chiefs have escaped week after week after week with either some type of penalty on the other team, miscue on the other team, them just making a clutch play, just something. just something. Be pretty much each and every game. They never cover the spread anyway, so you might as well don't even bet that money. Bet against that. But anyway, but yet, we still believe when January comes around that this team is still gonna be a tough out. You still got to go in the Arrowhead and beat this team in January.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Bills, when they went into Buffalo and the Bills just trounced all over them, I'm like, okay. I didn't blink two eyes because it's like, do it in January when it matters the most. You beat him in the regular season all the time. You cannot beat this man in the postseason. You gave this man 13 seconds. And he still turned out to a win. So it's like you actually had home field advantage last year and had a chance to win the game on the last drive. Couldn't get it done. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to say one of the worst 12-1 teams, technically speaking, sure, just based on how they got here, but nevertheless, this is. I mean, they going for a 3-peat. So that's why I'm a little at odds with this particular question. But I get what you're saying, though.
Right. Man, it's interesting. Ian, bro, is it no reaction to think that the Kansas City Chiefs are one of the worst 12-1 teams in recent NFL history?
Worst teams? That might be a stretch. I just think the Chiefs.
I guess it's like, how the hell could you go 12-1 and be one of the worst teams in NFL history that's 12-1?
Right. I think the Chiefs just learn how to win a football game by any means necessary.
Okay.
It might not be pretty some days. It may be ugly. Yeah, some days it may be pretty, or some days you may be like, how the hell they just win that game? But I think that just comes from good coaching, discipline, experience, and their players' belief in their leader, and ultimately the front office and the owner and everybody. I think it always starts from up top. I think a lot of people don't understand that, but I really truly believe that they have just. Even when they're not playing a necessarily great game, I just feel like they have perfected or really learned in these last 6 years how to win a game, no matter how the game is going, no matter if they down a couple points, down a couple touchdowns, or they're blowing somebody out and they just playing lights out. They just have learned how to win and learn how to win a football game. And I feel like that's the scary part because we haven't really seen the Chiefs play their best game how we've seen them play. So, I mean, we can look up and they start playing their best football within these next couple of weeks, and we can look up in February, they're gonna be the last team standing there. So,
right, man, bro. And it's just crazy because it brings me back to kind of Bill, Jamar, like in Tom, to where if we remember, a lot of them games was not always pretty, but they knew how to manage and get it done, and they kind of did what they needed to do and did how much. If somebody was scoring a lot, if that makes sense, Emmanuel, no problem. We can turn it up on you. But if it's not that type of game, we'll just do what we got to do in order to walk out this joint with the W. And that is a scary thing, Jamar, because that means they probably haven't played their best football yet. Nope. And that's crazy to think that Patrick is that cold. He that cold. Like, I'm just toying with y'all, playing with y'all, basically. Like MJ on the court sometimes, Jamar, in the 90s, just playing with teams. And then when the playoffs come, it's time. Now it's time to play.
Flip a switch.
Now it's time to play.
Right.
Hit a whole different switch. And so, Emmanuel, just your thoughts really quickly on this, brother.
To piggyback off something Ian has said about how they're not really blowing boys out like the Lions. Now, the Lions were beating the brakes off teams when they were winning games. And there's always those whispers about, the refs gave it to them. The refs called this. No, they didn't call that. With this last little victory, you can't really blame. You can't say Vegas fixed it. Like you can't blame the rest. It was a doink. Like you can't control it. We know how the doink is a petty mistress. It's just something that you always can't account for. So yeah, back pretty much what y'all was saying, how if the Chiefs were out here dragging boys by like 15, 20, 30, 45 points, yeah, okay, then. But because they're kind of always just skating by, they have a few blowouts here and there, but it's a few. If they had caught that one ball, if he had missed that one pass, if they had missed that tackle, then it would have gone the other way. Yeah, I don't think they're the worst team to beat 12-1. 12-2, 12-1. Whatever the record is. I don't follow the Chiefs because I'm not a Chiefs fan. My brother-in-law is though. And every Sunday we win again. Block. But yeah, I think it is.
Right. Okay. And so Jamar, lastly, Emmanuel, Ian, is it an overreaction, fellas, to think that after watching the Dallas Cowboys lose in stunning fashion last week, if you guys watched the game, and yet again, team owner Jerry Jones come out after the game and make the most nonsense commentary on the pivotal special teams play, that someone should perhaps in that organization pull Jerry to the side and tell him to perhaps tone it down with the football commentary? Jamar, is this an overreaction?
So all right, before I answer this, do you happen to paraphrase what did Jerry Jones say, just so people know?
I can't remember exactly everything he stated, but it when I listened to it, I'm like, no, he should have said it the opposite way, and that the guy that was on the play should have did this the opposite way. So he kind of said it backwards. That was in my head. I know that.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, that this is another team that just can't get out their own way. And what's wild is so Jerry reminds me of the McCaskies. He's just loud about it.
Right. Just opposite. Just loud, but
yeah, the exact same thing. Just cannot get out his own way. Like, just he was better off probably not saying anything at all. I mean, the reaction and the end result of the game was enough. I mean, his commentary just made it worse. I mean, it is they do call it Jerry's World because it's more of an entertainment circus as opposed to them winning games these days. I mean, they donned America's team from stuff that happened in the 90s. I give them credit though, because that's good branding for them to still be called America's team all this time. You haven't done anything. You haven't made an NFC championship game since I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. You haven't been relevant since Troy Aikman and them and Deion Sanders back in the like, dude. I guess, boy. So yeah, Jerry's Jerry, and the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys until Jerry's no longer there, one way or another. I'm going to leave it at that.
And so, just an FYI, Jamar, I want to pull this up for our viewers. And so, comments from Jerry. Well, why block the kick? Just take the kick and get within field goal kicking range. Okay, so just take the kick and get within field goal kicking range. How can you take? Well, all be second guessing that one. After blocking the punt, we touched the ball. That all should be figured in before you decide to block the punt. Especially you weigh your odds up against catching the ball on the kick and getting it back out and getting within field goal range. We can all second guess that. And so you can clearly just see the confusion. And on top of that, you could clearly see that he's second guessing everything, and Jerry just is. Sometimes you just say stuff when you're in a moment and you don't know what you're saying. If that makes sense. Perhaps also it could be age. Jerry is getting up there, Jamar, in age, and so that could be.
Dude, he's been old all my life, so yeah, you're right.
I mean, Morgan Freeman.
And so quickly, Aaron, bro, just you got anything to say about the Cowboys? I know you call them the Cowgirls. Is anything about the commentary? Is there no reaction to think that somebody should just pull Jerry to the side, bro?
Somebody need to buy that team from Jerry, but I know they won't.
That's a big
Man,
asking price. Man.
honestly, I was sitting up here looking for my post that I posted from like 2011. I was gonna tell y'all the exact date, but I can't find it right now. The Cowboys not gonna be good as long as he is involved with the Cowboys, and they prove it to me every year. No matter how talented that roster is, no matter who quarterback, running back, receiver. Because honestly, the Cowboys and the Bears are two in the same. What's the difference? Only thing is that the Bears organization or their president doesn't come out in the media and say nothing, and the Cowboys is the opposite. But they've had some great players. We've seen this in the last 30. They've had Deion Sanders. Well, that was during their glory days, so I don't even count that part. In the last 25 years, they've had Terrell Owens, Keyshawn Johnson, Drew Bledsoe. Uh, I've seen them have, man, dude, Terrell Owens. The guys they got now: C.D. Lamb, Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, um, Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, they've had some ball. Even on defense, DeMarcus Ware. Uh, what's my man Vanderish? Stephon Gilmore. They got Trayvon Diggs. Now they've had the talent and the team. They do as of right now, and they still never win. They're just the Cowboys. They're just the Cowgirls, and they're just gonna cowgirl every year. And it's in my Brandon Price voice. It's very abysmal. It's abysmal. It's very abysmal.
Okay, post my full name.
It's embarrassing, man. This is from the great Brandon Price, bro. It's abysmal. I think we need that. I think we need that on the hoodie, Jamar. I think we need that on the hoodie. It's abysmal.
Oh, my side, bro.
I got you, though.
No, seriously, man.
Goodness,
they have had some cold dudes, but they have some cold players, but they have some decent coaches, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they can't get right. I mean, now granted, they have won more games than the Bears. I'll give them that. That's the only thing they got. But I mean, ultimately, they ain't winning none either. So I mean, at this point, they might as well put Trey Lance out there. Let them get some tape. Oh yeah, Victor Young. He said Jason Witten. Jason Witten, one of the tight ends in NFL history, statistically.
Hall of Famer.
Yep. First ballot. They just can't get right. The Butcher can't get right. That's because Jerry is too involved with that roster, and I feel like, well, I've said this on numerous occasions, and it's like you just don't let the coach the way they want to really coach. I feel like he gets coaches he can control in a sense, so that's why they'll never be good, and they're just gonna be the Cowboys. I'll never pick the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl ever. Only time I felt like they was gonna win the Super Bowl was when they cheated Dez Bryant out of their catch. Other than that,
I'm agreeing. Yeah.
Other than that,
Cowboys,
man. Y'all know that picture, that meme with the Spider-Mans pointing at each other. That's the Cowboys and the Bears pointing at each other.
That's facts.
That's facts, though. Like really, though. It's like
they are the same. One just louder than the other. That's it. They're the same.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. And so, Aaron, bro, appreciate your commentary. And so just to explain the situation really quickly, it was a special teams blunder because the Cowboys is in a good position to pretty much win this game, right? You know, and you heard about all the stuff that said on Thanksgiving from Micah Parsons. He's been an emotional leader for this team. He stated this team could, be scary, have some momentum. It was like fourth down, big yardage. I don't know, it's fourth and something. And the kicker actually blocked the punt. So the Bengals blocked the punt, right? And when he blocked the punt, it didn't go backwards, it went forward. And so all that had to happen was that the Cowboys had to stay away from the ball and they get it at the spot of the dead ball. You see what I'm saying? They would have got it right in field goal range, fellas. But the cornerback tried to scoop up the ball. And he's tried to scoop up the ball, but the ball squirted out of his hand and into the Bengals player's hand. And then the next play, the next possession, Jamar Chase catch the ball, take it about 70 yards.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. And I'm a Cowboys fan, so I feel for him. But I think for like Jerry Jones is becoming that friend you have to warn is on speakerphone before they talk. The mic is hot. Shut up. Because he's up there in this age. They used to go ahead and just like, or do what you would do to your younger brother when you were playing a one-player game. You would give them a controller that wasn't plugged in to make them think they actually plan on saying something. Just give him a mic that's not touching anything. Because if he has to talk, like, hey, you go, talking to this unplugged mic. So because you about to do some nonsense that's gonna look stupid on. And as we've seen, the internet is ruthless when you make a mistake or sound dumb.
Yeah, they are. Right. And so, Emmanuel, I agree. Everything y'all stated, totally. And so, well, that concludes our NFL reactions and overreactions. We hope you guys enjoyed that commentary. And so, let us progress. And so, a quick yeah and nay. And Jamar, we're gonna start with you, brother. And Emmanuel, our commentator, our viewers commentate as well. Like, Victor, appreciate your commentary, bro. I'm sure y'all heard about the college football playoff, the 12-team format. And so with that being said, just curious, did they get it right, in your opinion? And so the college football playoff has been announced. And so to help everybody out, Jamar told me to share the screen. And so I'm going to share the screen, and this will allow everybody to see exactly the playoff format. And so as we see, as example, next Saturday, y'all, Ohio State played Tennessee. Okay? Ohio State played Tennessee next week. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but it's somewhere on this page, the location and time. Texas will play Clemson. We saw a great game between Clemson and SMU, y'all, by the way, which led to SMU being in that number 11 seed. They're going to play Penn State. And then the battle in Indiana. I know this makes you proud, Emmanuel and Jamar, because you both live in Indiana. And guess what? You got a battle of Indiana. How crazy is that? Notre Dame literally is going to have IU come from damn it, y'all. Remind me, what town is it?
Bloomington.
Bloomington.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yes, it's been so long. Bloomington, right? And they gonna go up to where again? What town
South
is they
Bend.
in? South Bend. Yes. It's been a long time. And so, wow, check that out. IU going from Bloomington, Emmanuel, up to South Bend, and that's a real college football playoff game,
man.
And that's dope as hell. I don't know if that'll ever happen in college football playoff committee history again, but that's just dope to see. And so, just curious, Jamar. A lot of folks out there pissed off. There's always somebody pissed off when it comes to the college football playoff NCAA tournament, because there's always some teams that's left out, and people be like, "Y'all left us out."
Mm-hmm.
So, did they get it right, bro? In your opinion?
Victor, you still there? Is this mic on? I think it's on. I got a mic here. I do have a mic. So anyway, is this on? Oh, Vic,
We can hear you.
yeah.
Yep.
Alabama has no business in there, and I'm glad they got that right. I'm just letting you know. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, did not deserve to be in the playoffs at all. So that part, they completely got that right. Shout out to the committee. They did not award a 3-loss team who lost to Vanderbilt up in the playoffs. Thank you for doing that. So I guess the only thing that's questionable here is I guess they awarded the first round buys based off, I guess, conference winners. And like I get that to a certain degree, but I think there's an argument to say like maybe the best 14 should get the buy and not just the conference winners. Conference winners maybe just get an automatic bid as opposed to a first round buy. But other than that, I think they got it right. I'm glad that ESPN did not flaunt out the money and push Alabama narrative to get in there. That was one thing I was, so.
Wait, so I mean, Jamar, bro, that's deep. You saying that networks can play a role in this stuff? You saying that ESPN could literally put money into saying this, and they could create stories on TV and make people see this stuff about Alabama, and then that influence the committee?
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
That's deep, though. That's deep sports analysis. That's deep, man.
I mean, let's look what happened last year. How does an undefeated Florida State team not make the playoffs, but Alabama and whatchamacallit did? Like,
that was wild. That was mad wild.
Right. Yes. So just throwing that out there. I mean, them Bama fans know. I mean, look at Victor saying Vanderbilt has some good wins. I ain't trying to hear it. It's Vanderbilt. Didn't Nick Saban talking about a couple weeks before they lost that game, talking about you can always guarantee to win against Vanderbilt? I ain't trying to hear that. I mean, yeah, Boise State might get clipped, but anyway, Alabama's not in the playoffs, and that's what matters here. That's what matters the most. I'm done.
All right. And so, Ian, bro, what's your thoughts on this, man? Like, did the committee get it right in your opinion?
I think they got it right. I do like them. I think I like all the matchups. It's matchups we don't really get to see on the regular, and some of these teams they're gonna be playing at home. Like you got Tennessee going to Ohio State. We got Clemson going to Texas. I think that's gonna be a good game. I think one of the good games are going to be going to no.
That could be a shootout.
I think that's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good game. SMU and Penn State. We gotta watch out for Penn State getting upset by SMU. SMU is explosive.
I'm telling you, Ian. Because SMU can score. Yeah. They can move that rock.
Yeah, I think. But I think it's gonna come down to the trenches. Penn State got it in the trenches. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It should be a good playoff. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some good games in the first round.
Yeah. And Emmanuel, your thoughts? You think the committee got it right?
Yeah, for the most part, I think they got it right, and I agree with what Jamal said about how the buys of the top 4 should go to the team with the best record, not just because you had a good conference. Because what if your conference is ass? I mean, then what? Like, hey, oh yeah, we're here only because we're the best of the worst. So, but overall, yeah, I think they got it right, and it's definitely some good matchups. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a season. And to double back to the Vanderbilt thing, first of all, that sounds like a rich kid's name, so I don't even know why that's even a thing to begin with. Like, I mean, tell me it don't sound like some upper crust college. Oh well, we're the Vanderbilt.
No, that was a real person, Vanderbilt. That was a real person. A rich man. Yeah, man. That was a real person, Vanderbilt.
But
that's a real person, pioneer in the engineering industry.
Yeah. See, learn something new every day. So we'll see. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see any blowouts. So
okay, that's good. That's good. But it's interesting because Jamar, check this out, bro. And I know y'all thinking this. Everybody that's football fans, that's sports fans. If I'm Texas, bro, and I beat Clemson, I'm happy as hell to go to Arizona State.
Oh yeah.
Happy as hell. And if I'm Penn State and I could probably beat up SMU in the trenches, because SMU was small, they were not bigger than Clemson, and you can see, Jamar, the difference between these programs, bro, and the money and the history and had the girth. SMU looks small. They look small and fast, and Clemson just looked beefy and fast too and all that. But you could see the difference between them linemen, and it eventually overweighed SMU.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting because if Penn State could get past SMU, I'm not saying that Boise State would be a potato can, but it could be another tomato can. It could be another tomato can that, could lead them to a kind of easy route to, the Final Four, if that makes sense. And so we'll talk about that next week in more detail, though, because, it's something that's very, very interesting. And it's going to be talked about as years progress. And who knows, people might complain, and then it'll be another format. But for now, it's a 12-team format, so we rock with that. And so let us quickly progress, fellas, for the NBA convo. We got to make some picks. We got the NBA Cup semifinals taking place tonight. And so last year, y'all, if y'all remember, y'all Indiana Pacers, Emmanuel, they went up to the championship game and played the Lakers, and the Lakers won in the first annual NBA Cup. Those paychecks look pretty nice for the Lakers, but the Lakers ain't there. The Lakers suck. The Lakers have been flailing, as the word is, and LeBron is considering retirement. It's rumors out there. I would hate to see it as a LeBron fan, but it could be evident very, very soon. Could LeBron be going to the Warriors? Could he be going to a contender? Could this be the case? I don't know, y'all, but it's been rumors out there. So just really quickly, Jamar, out of these four teams, bro, and we'll go with you as well, Ian, and then you, Emmanuel. We got the Atlanta Hawks. They've been red hot, Jamar, bro. And then check out the Bucks. The Bucks been hot as hell. Like we was talking about them as one of the worst teams in firing Doc Rivers just 2 weeks ago. And out of nowhere, a switch done hit with them. If they keep it up, they're gonna be somewhere number 1, number 2 in the East. Who do you got for that game? And then also we see them young teams, OKC out west doing their thing. Everybody in this podcast probably had OKC somewhere 1 or 2 in the West. They right where we thought they would be. And then the Rockets, they kind of surprised, bro. But shout out to Ime Udoka. He done changed that program.
Yep.
And so, out of those 4 teams, bro, who you like to come out of Vegas on Tuesday?
Well, like you said, Bucks been playing hot, ever since, Giannis cussed everybody out, they got it together.
Cussed everybody out.
Atlanta's been surprisingly, decent this year.
Right.
But I'm not going to pick either one of those teams to win it. We're going to go to the West here. Shout out to Ime Udoka. He's been a dog on and off the court. The Rockets been doing their thing. But
y'all didn't get that, a dog on and off the court.
Nah.
Hey, Jamar, I'm caught that.
My bad. But I'm gonna take the Thunder. I think the Thunder gets it done, man. So the Thunder, as we know, they definitely exceeded, I think, expectations last year as being very consistent to have that top seed last year and the playoff run that they had. And, they came up short against the Mavs. Everybody would say, well, they had more experience. They probably would have beat the Mavs, blah, blah, blah. Well, here we are. They added Caruso from us. We never mind. I ain't gonna speak too much.
We know how to give away good
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak too much. I mean, I don't want to bring a Josh Giddey joke into this. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But nevertheless, Thunder have a lot of chips on shoulders there. I think they're gonna get this done, and I think they're gonna proceed to lay belt to behind and just continue going in the Western Conference. So that's why Thunder winning this thing.
Yep. Ian, bro, your thoughts out of these 4 teams?
Can we give it up for my boy Trae Young? He don't really get the credit that he deserves. It's crazy he's not an all-star. He's not. He don't even have an all-star bid at all these years. But that's just disrespectful to roll the dice on them Knicks. Yeah, it's real disrespectful to roll the dice on them Knicks. But I'm here for it. But I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Hopefully, I know they've been hot lately, but hopefully, it really turned into something, because I think we've been watching the Bucks to see like them turn into this, this dominant team, or this team that
that could challenge Boston, right?
Yeah, that could challenge Boston as a contender for the championship, or hell, even at least the East. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is finally what we've been waiting for. So I think I'm gonna go with Milwaukee, but I wouldn't sleep on Atlanta. Trae Young, he's been playing some amazing basketball. It's not really a time he hasn't really not played amazing basketball. Just when you play in Atlanta, you get overshadowed by so many other distractions in Atlanta. But yeah, man, shout out to Trae Young, man. He been balling. I don't think he get his just due.
Right. It's a lot of distractions in Atlanta, and it's outside that Waffle House. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
And so,
Magic City.
Definitely
Magic City.
Just ask Lemon Pepper Lou.
Lemon Pepper. Y'all remember that one?
Infamous. That would go down in history.
Right.
During the COVID.
Right.
My boy left the bubble for some wings. Out of all places to get the wings, he went to Magic City for the wings.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go see what them wings hitting on. Even Shannon Sharp said them wings.
Right, bro. You got
I've been there, man. They good. I've been in Magic City. The wings are pretty fire.
Oh, you been there, man? They pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I flew out there.
Yeah,
about 4
years
ago.
Back, you get vouched for. See, now it's a must.
He said it was worth leaving the bubble for.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was at the training.
That's right.
No, wait, it's more than 4 years ago.
Jamar, I think they talking about the Magic City that's right across the street from the Greyhound bus station, right?
Nah, downtown Atlanta. Nah, it was like 8 years ago, because I forgot it's 24 now, so it was a while ago. But yeah. I was out there for Delta training.
I was just in Atlanta, y'all, for my dad's funeral. Actually, previously before that, because my sister, y'all, she lives right in that area, and it's right across the street from the Greyhound bus station.
So they get off the bus going in there,
bro. Yep. You got it, bro. You got it. Them chicks that be coming, real talk. Them chicks that be coming from Florida, probably for the. They leave on Thursday night, get there Friday, work on Saturday, make $1 million, and go back home on Sunday.
Bruh. Dude, shout out to Atlanta for that setup. That's a heck of a setup right there.
Or get in and get out.
Really though. Really though. Yes, really though. Really though. Yes, really though. And Emmanuel, so really quickly, bro. Who you got coming out for the weekend? Bucks, Hawks, hopefully they ain't too distracted in Vegas right for this weekend. But somebody gonna get them an all expense paid vacation, Jamar, because if they win tonight, they get to stay in Vegas for a few more days. So Bucks, Hawks, and Thunder, and
Rockets.
Who else? So the Rockets. And so I love, just quickly, Emmanuel, I love to see the Bucks and Thunder. That'd be a fun game to watch. I love to see that.
Well, that's what I got playing. Like I think the Bucks are going to knock the Hawks out, and you can't really bet against Thunder. They're too much of a solid team on all fronts. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a Bucks Thunder's final.
And if you and who you think will win between that one?
I'm going Thunder.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and so yeah, we're gonna see y'all what happens with that one. Four teams, Vegas, a lot of money on the line. Whoever win that,
Boy,
they all
hey.
get 500. I think 500K a piece, Jamar. So that ain't bad. That's a nice Christmas gift for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, can I hold $5?
On the real, that's a nice Christmas gift for sure. And so, with that being said, fellas, let us progress to our NFL Week 15 predictions. We got some games going down this week, y'all. This might be the game of the year this weekend. This might be the biggest game of the year this weekend, really though. And so, but let us start with the Dolphins and Texans. Texans, y'all, they can wrap up this AFC South soon. They at home, but they got the Dolphins that's coming in. Jamar, the Dolphins been kind of hot lately, bro. They have been injured, of course, but lately, Tua has come back and a lot of stuff has changed. And so it's showing us, y'all, how good Tua can be and how important he is to that team. And so who you got for this one, bro?
Whew, that is going to be an interesting game. And just so you know, for people that's betting out there, Houston is favored by 3 points at home, 46.5 over under. So like my initial thought was Houston, but as I started doing a deeper dive into this, like CJ Stroud hasn't been CJ Stroud from last year. They have awesome
He
line
hasn't, bro.
problems. Miami really needs this win. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
Ian, bro.
Well, I'm going H-Town, baby. H-Town, Texas.
That's one of his teams.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ian, what university CJ Stroud went to?
The Ohio State University.
They crack me up every week when they say that.
Oh man.
Even though
Oh
I'm
my
mad at
goodness,
them right
this
now,
is
but
man. Folks got to really tune into this podcast. It's genius, I swear, man. He asks this every week. And then always apply the Ohio State.
It's a soundbite. I need that soundbite.
Oh my goodness, it's funny. Right. And so, Emmanuel, Dolphins and Texans, who you got for this one? This is a pivotal game for both teams.
I'm gonna go with the Texans, and
Okay.
I like to see like Tua still doing his thing, but he needs to retire. That man is one concussion away from checking out, and it's okay, man, to prioritize your health. You got a family, bro, because man, he been taking them hits. So
Right.
I'm going Texas though.
Okay. And I'm with Jamar on this, and I got the Dolphins. Cowboys at the Panthers. Check this one out. So the Cowboys still mathematically in it. Mathematically. But the Panthers been playing good football, and I've seen a change of Bryce Young. They've been playing motivated. They are in Carolina, y'all. So that could play a pivotal role here. Jamal, who you got for this one?
Yeah, and so really quick, Panthers are actually favored by 3 at home, but that's the default. 43.5 over under. Yeah, dude, the Panthers, ever since Bryce Young came back from being benched, he's been playing like he needs to keep his job in the NFL. So he's been playing well.
Yeah, that fire was
dude,
motivation.
Dude, the Panthers, I felt like they should have beat the Eagles last week in Philly.
They totally should have, and they could have beat the Chiefs a couple weeks ago.
Buddy dropped the freaking game-winning touchdown.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know this is one of Ian's teams. I know their hashtag probably get us banned, so I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna take the Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers to win this game.
Yeah. And bro.
Oh man, y'all already know what time it is. Keep pounding.
All right.
Hey, my Panthers, they've been looking better these last couple of weeks. They just ain't been able to finish, but they've been looking good.
Right. Yeah. And Emmanuel.
I'm gonna go with Panthers only because they have nothing to lose. They're out of playoff with Tennessee. Might as well go out there and wild out and try to get a W.
Right. And Jamar, this is crazy, but I never thought this would be possible for the Panthers this season. I hope you got it pulled out. I hope you got the button ready, bro, because I think you know who I'm going with on this one. And so we got a hoodie that was just made. Jake just rocked it, bro. I think that's a Cancun, bro. That's a Cancun on 3. I'm going with the Panthers. Voila. Yes, we all got the Panthers on this one. And that's crazy to believe because the Panthers ain't a good team, but we've been seeing how they've been playing lately. That's a Cancun. Yeah, Jets at the Jaguars. This won't be a Cancun because both of these teams bad. So I don't know if y'all gonna pick the same team or what. We saw what happened with Trevor, Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets. They find ways to lose. I don't know who the hell to pick for this one. Who you got, Jamar?
All right, just so you know, Jets are favored on the road by 3.5, 40.5 over under. Mac Jones still starting. Evan Ingram's out for this game. Just throwing that out there. Brees Hall is hopeful to play. Dude, yeah, this is ugly. Like across the board.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna pick the team with the better quarterback than the Jet, because I don't know how the Jags gonna really do anything. I don't understand this. I got the Jets.
Who's starting for them?
Mac Jones.
Oh, Mac Jones is okay. He's starting again. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yep. Ian, bro, who you got for this one? Jets or Jags?
You said Jets?
Jets at the Jaguars, yeah.
Man, this is an ugly one. Aaron Rodgers, he looked like he like Darren Orlovsky running out the back of the end zone right now. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. I'm gonna take Mac. I'm gonna take mac and cheese.
Okay.
That's the Kraft edition. Ain't nothing more than that.
Boy.
Mac Jones cheese. That Mac Jones cheese. Yeah. Emmanuel, who you got? You buying some of that Mac Jones cheese too down in Jacksonville?
Yeah, well, for different reasons. Because I strongly, with a fiery right passion, dislike Aaron Rodgers. So I'm never gonna bet on him. Just nah. So Jags.
No matter where he goes,
no matter where he goes, man. My disdain for that man.
Right.
So
How about he own us? How about he own us?
Man.
Yeah, I get it.
Like he could be a bear and I still won't like the man. So yeah, nah, Jags.
Right. And so for me, I'm gonna go with the Jets like Jamar because I don't know if I have a reason to go with the Jaguars. But I'm gonna go with the team with the supposedly best quarterback. But damn, Ian, you right. He been looking like Dan Orlovsky, bro. He just been looking like an old man out there. Look like father time to caught up with A-Rod. But perhaps, I mean, this is an opportunity for him to, put some confidence, fellas, into this Jets organization to bring him back next year. Because really, though, we always be pointing stuff out on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. And Jamar and y'all know this stuff becoming true. We pointed out a lot of times before these networks do. We just don't have the platform they do. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
If Aaron Rodgers don't get this stuff together, we could see something happen with the quarterback position for the Jets this offseason. I know it might be a surprise for some folks because it's Aaron Rodgers. He got a few weeks to show us what he can do. This has to be a game he can show us what he can do against a team that does not have it's just reeling in all type of ways. This has to be the game. It has to be. And if it doesn't, then it just brings more fuel to a bomb that's about to explode in a few weeks. On the other hand, Jamar, the Bengals at the Texans. Shout out to the Bengals.
Titans.
Okay, you got the Titans at home.
No. You said Bengals and Texans.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
sorry. So the Bengals at the Titans, and so the Bengals, man, they got it done last week versus the Cowboys, thanks to the blunders. But we've been seeing magical numbers. This quarterback wide receiver combination. I'm sure Jamar makes you proud, Jamar. And Jamar's having a great season this year, and Jamar's just been dominating out there. I'm sure he makes you very proud, Jamar. And so Jamar, and his Bengals and Mr. Burrow, they go down to Nashville. Who you got for this one?
All right, just so you know, Vegas has the Bengals favored on the road by 5, 46.5 over under. This is definitely one of those weeks where us Jamars have to stick together. It is a I ain't gonna say a cult, but it's definitely like a brotherhood here of Jamars. So Jamar Chase is about to annihilate the Texans defense. And you really gonna make me pick between Joe Burrow and Will Levis? Give me the Bengals.
Well, I like the commercial from Real Levis, the Mayo commercial. Y'all saw that?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
And so yeah. Anywho, I know it got quiet after that. Y'all like, hell no, I ain't see that commercial.
I have not.
Yeah, bro. Who you got for those in the Bengals at the Texans? Bengals at the Titans. That's what it again.
We gotta roll with the fastest person in the world, Jamar Chase.
Right. Yeah, boy, fast, ain't he? Like he was like a gazelle running past that Cowboys defense. You know you fast, Jamar, when you catch the ball at the 50 and you turn around and outrun everybody. You got to be pretty damn fast.
That's wild.
That's wild, ain't it? That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. And so, Emmanuel, who you got for this one? Bengals at the Titans, or unless we pull them.
I'm gonna go Titans, and the fall of Joe Burrows needs to be studied because he was that dude a few seasons ago, man, and he just plummeted, man. So I'm gonna go Titans.
But Emmanuel, my brother, you haven't seen the numbers he's been putting up. It's just the defense is historically bad for the Bengals. There's been a few moments where he has made some questionable decisions, but overall, Burrow, if this team was winning, he'd be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, but they're not, so here we are.
All right, that solves it. That solves it. And so, all right, and so I'm with y'all. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. We'll see how the Titans feel tomorrow. They're in Tennessee, and the Bengals. You're right. They have found a lot of ways to lose a lot of games. Some of them have come down to decision making of Joe Burrow. So we'll see. It'll likely be a close game because all their games be close down to the last possession. And so we'll see what happens with this one. The rematch, though, Jamar, the 2000 Super Bowl. Do you got Ray Lewis or you got young John Foster on the Giants? Who you got, bro?
Whew. That was dang, that was a beatdown. And speaking of beatdowns, Vegas have the Baltimore Ravens favored by 16 points.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that should be a beatdown. Again.
42.5 over under. I mean, at this point, I'm ready to hit the button. I'm just
I mean, I don't know if Manuel was picking it, but I think we should. Man, you got the Ravens over the Giants, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, Jamar, you get the button. Bro.
All
right. Voila. So, the Chiefs, y'all, at the Browns. Famous Jameis, always put up numbers, but always find ways to lose the game because his ass can't stop throwing interceptions. And so, Chiefs at the Browns. I don't know if this is a Cancun, but I know I'm not picking against Patrick.
Not the Browns.
You got the Browns, Emmanuel?
Oh no, I'm not picking Patrick over the Browns. Ain't no way.
Oh, okay. I knew you were dead. I was just joking with you.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm pretty sure Ian, I don't think Ian is picking the Browns. Right, Ian, you got the Chiefs then. I know Jamar got the Chiefs.
Of course, I got Pat, my homeboy.
Right. So, Ian,
let me say this. Chiefs are favored by 4.5 on the road, 43.5 over under. I got Cleveland.
What?
Wow.
I got Cleveland.
Okay.
I know. Look, I know
To win or to
the
show up? Like
to I guess technically speaking, actually both. They got to show it to win. They got at least get out their home and drive to the stadium. They got to at least do that. So, no, I'm like, look, I get it, and I know our ritual is you do not bet against Mahomes. I get that, but two things that stick out to me glaring. One, like I said, they never cover the spread. They never cover the spread. So 4.5 on the road for a team that's not even explosive on offense right now, and I get it. But the other thing is, like, they're going against a quarterback that is fearless. He has nothing to lose.
You're damn right. He's definitely fearless. Damn right about that.
I get it. He'll throw to the other team, but he'll come right back and throw a 70-yard touchdown like it's nothing.
Right.
Like,
he so will.
Yeah, he definitely will.
And
he definitely will.
And I'm not crazy to say that I feel like the Browns' offense is more explosive than the Chiefs' offense right now.
So I can see that. I get that.
I'm just
Jerry.
Like, I know yesterday was Friday the 13th. I don't know. I'm just saying yesterday was Friday the 13th. I think something spooky gonna happen. I got the Browns.
Okay. All right. And so yeah, that's an interesting one because famous Jameis be putting that rock up. They be moving the ball for sure. And so the Commanders at the Saints. I don't know if anybody got the Saints on this one. The Saints are starting. Who is the kid? I can't remember his name.
Hayner, whatever his name is.
Okay, Hayner. Yes. Do anybody got Hayner in the Saints, or is this a Cancun?
I'm Cancooning on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to pick the Saints.
Yeah, I'm Cancooning too.
You got your ticket in?
Yeah, I guess I'm on the flight.
All right. Well, without
Down
further ado,
Cancun.
Shout out to Tiana.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So we got a big matchup, y'all. Steelers and Eagles. Battle of Pennsylvania. This gonna be a good one. Two of the best teams in NFL. Jamar, who you got for this one, bro?
All right, and just so you know, Philly is favored by 5.5 at home, 43.5 over under. Both these teams are leading their respective divisions. I'm taking Pittsburgh to go in Lincoln Financial Field and get the win. The Eagles, at like the times I'm getting ready to trust this team, they show me a reason not to. There's no way you should have been a 14.5 point favorite last week at home against the Carolina Panthers. Now, granted, the Carolina Panthers have been playing excellent. I mean, I'm gonna say excellent. They've been playing a lot better than the way they did at the beginning of the year. But there's still no way. You're supposed to be this team. Supposed to be arguably the second best, or even, in the conversation for being the best team in the NFC. You allow that to happen? I know one thing. If that was the Lions against the Panthers, Dan Campbell would have rolled out 52 points on them easy.
Yeah, 100%.
With barbecue sauce. So I cannot trust the Eagles against a Steelers team that will punch you in the mouth, that will grind out the win, that will be physical with that team that sometimes acts a little finesse at times. And they don't have Dallas Goedert either. So that against not having that tight end hurts. So give me the Steelers.
All right. Ian, bro, who you got for this one?
You know what? Shout out to Deshaun Reed. Go with his team. I'm going to go with the Steel Nation. I'm going to go with the Steelers with Justin Fields to ice them with a rushing touchdown at the end of the game.
Hey. I dig that.
Man, and shout out to Mike Tomlin, man, for doing another fantastic job with two quarterbacks. Emmanuel.
Keep it short and sweet. Steelers, baby.
Yeah.
I've always liked the Steelers. They've always been like my pseudo second favorite team.
Yeah, I'm stuck on this one, y'all. And the reason why is because both of these teams, the Steelers have been very impressive, but it's like with the Eagles, Jamar, they kind of remind me of the damn Chiefs. You can't explain all they wins. It's hard to explain, but they pull them out, and they do it a lot. and it's nothing that's super glaring or impressive. With the Steelers, a lot of field goals, not a lot of blowouts, but they find ways and they pull these late games out because of great coaching, a great organization. I'm stuck on this one, y'all. But I'm with y'all. Jamar, pull out the button, bro.
And this segment was sponsored by Tiana.
Voila. Yes. And so we all got the Steelers, and that's a lot to the Eagles, who a lot of people view as the best team in the NFC and a team that could beat Detroit, y'all. Some people feel that, and so we're gonna see what happens with this one. It's gonna be a really, really good game. That's gonna be a physical football game. The Colts at the Broncos. I think this could be another physical one too, Jamar. The Broncos could be that dark horse too that nobody don't want to see, bro.
Bo knows, Ian knows. All right, just so you know, Denver is favored 4.5 at home, 44.5 over under. Look, man, I'll just keep it real simple. Broncos country, we riding with Bo Nix.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Payton, man, and what a turnaround in their organization. Ian, bro.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos as well.
And Emmanuel, who you got?
Yeah, same. I'm going to the Broncos.
Yeah. For me, y'all, I got the Colts in an upset. They've been playing pretty good lately. And shout out to Anthony Richardson, y'all, who've been balling lately. I think he go out and do some Vince Young type stuff. I see him running a touchdown in overtime for 40 yards to win the game and then running out the stadium. I see some crazy like that. And so I got the Colts. I think the Colts will pull this one out. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I got the Colts. I think
we love you anyway.
We still love you, dog.
Yeah, right.
Let that sink in. I said, y'all, in the overtime, he gonna run a 40-yard scramble and win the game around the stadium.
Hey, this is Mike Vick.
Hey, right?
Mike Vick, Metrodome, 2001. Not exactly, but I see the progression though. Jamar is my point, bro. I see the progression in Anthony Richardson. I see why they chose him, man. And so he be having some good moments, some powerful, nice moments. And so if he could grow up, you know, as they say, either the coach could be at a crossroads, as Jamar pointed out a few weeks ago, or the coach could be in a good position. A lot of it depends on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So big game tomorrow. Bucks at the Chargers tomorrow. That's another big game, bro. We got all big games right here outside of the Patriots.
Yeah, this one here should be a little entertaining. They gave the standard home favorite -3 for the Chargers, 45.5 over under. You know, both these teams need this win. Boy. I'm gonna take the team that I feel like, you know, has a better foundation, better coaching. I'm gonna take the Chargers at home. Both up.
Ian, bro.
I'm gonna take the Chargers at home as well.
And Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers too. I feel like they're a more solid team, at least in this game, this matchup.
Jamar, bro, you know me. You know I've been on this Bucks train, bro. And you know I've been saying that the Bucks are a different team when the man Mike Evans is on the football field. I got the Bucks, y'all. I think the Bucks gonna smack the Chargers. Really though. Yeah, they might be a team that might be dangerous too, though. Really. I got the Bucks in this one. But check this one out, Jamar. This is gonna be a heavyweight, bro. Oof. Bills at the Lions. This gotta be the game thus far.
Oof.
Who you got for this one, bro?
Man, Yeah, Vegas feels this way too. So Lions are favored by 2.5 over under. They saying on a neutral field they'll give a half-point favor to the Bills. 54.5 over under.
Oh wow.
That is a lot. That is a lot. So I have this narrative and this belief that I'm gonna mention this team's name that has nothing to do with this, but the Pittsburgh Steelers can end up with the top seed. And for that to happen, stuff like this needs to happen. Where I feel like in Detroit, I feel like they're gonna run up the scoreboard on the Bills, somewhat similar to what the Rams kind of did last week. But I definitely got the Lions on this one. But man, this should be fireworks. But I think the Lions win by at least. I think they cover that spread for sure. So give me the Lions. I know Ian got the Lions, so keep them moving.
Of course. One pride. Agree.
By the way, just really quickly, y'all can beat me up, but I'm switching my pick, Jamar, for the Eagles and Steelers. I forgot GP is out. I think that's gonna hurt them. Give me the Eagles for that one, my bro.
Out. I seen that yesterday.
Yeah, GP out. But I think Saquon, he gonna show out. They at home too. Give me the Eagles, bro.
Gotcha.
Yep, appreciate it. On the other hand, Emmanuel, who you got for this one? The Bills or the Lions?
I'm gonna go Lions. I like Montgomery too much. I like Knuckles too much to bet against him and his squad.
Right, man. This is hard, man. This is hard because the Bills gonna put up a lot of buckets. The Lions defense gives up a lot of points, but they score a lot of points. This could be 40s and 50s probably from both teams, 30-something to 40-something. I'm gonna go with the Lions at home too. It's the most logical pick, but the Bills.
You I guess you unlock this then.
Voila. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so this one though, this next one, I don't know. This might be a little hard, Jamal. The Patriots at Cardinals. I don't know if this might be a Cancun. Patriots play hard. Cardinals sometimes play down to their opponents, and sometimes they come out, and when you don't expect them to, they win. And when you expect them to, they don't win. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the hell. Who you got for this one, bro? Patriots or Cardinals?
All right, just so you know, Cardinals are favored by -6 at home, 46.5 over under. So Ian's boy, Kyler Murray, this is one of those games to where if the Cardinals going to be anything within this division, they have to win this game. And they need to give the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. And what university did he go to, Ian?
The Ohio State University.
So I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one.
Okay. Yeah, Ian, bro, you got the Cardinals. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'm gonna rub my boy Cap. Right. He gonna get on that Call of Duty, man. He gonna be inspired.
Right before the game, huh? And a halftime, huh?
Get him some Nuketown in.
Emmanuel, who you got?
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
And I'm with y'all. Yeah, pull out the Cancun, bro. Voila. And so Packers at the Seahawks. This could be a good one, y'all. Sunday Night Football, they in Seattle. Tomorrow, who you got for this one?
All right. So just so you know, Packers are favored on the road, 2.5, 45.5 over under. Kenneth Walker III is probably going to be out. So you're going to get some Charbonnet in this game. I think Jair Alexander is expected to play in this game. I don't know, for whatever reason, every time the Packers and the Seahawks play, it's always a fun game. And that I can remember.
Back to that NFC Championship, bro. That's what come to my mind.
Got that one. You also got the Fail Mary, what they call it a touchdown.
The Fail Mary. I remember that one. That was crazy. I remember that.
All right, so I have many reasons to pick against the Packers, so I'm gonna pick the Seahawks. One of them being, it's the Packers. Screw them. Facts. No, but second reason is Geno Smith has been outplaying. He has outplayed Jordan Love this year. Jordan Love is guaranteed for a pick at least once a game at this point. I do think the game comes down to the running game, but I think Charbonnet is a very comfortable running back that can do a lot in that offense. Give me Seattle.
Okay. Yeah. Ian, bro.
Go, Pack, go.
Hey, cancel this guy.
I swear. Like, you ain't gotta be a Bears fan.
Emmanuel, who
You
you
can't
got?
root for the Packers. Man, you know who I got. Seahawks, man. Screw the Packers.
But Ian, bro, you're not alone, bro. Like, no, you are alone, bro. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Hey, he gave this man hope and took it away.
And the crazy thing is, the Packers are still in your division, man. Why would you want them to win?
That's crazy.
The betrayal.
But I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, y'all, because the Seahawks at home. I think one of these, whoever come out the NFC West, is gonna be a tough first round matchup. I really do. And the Seahawks are 8-5 for a reason, Jamar. They first place in that division for a reason. Shout out to their coach, man. The Seahawks playing the best defense in the NFL right now, y'all.
Yeah,
and Jordan Love is guaranteed for a pick. Yeah, I think the Seahawks pull this one out. I think DK and some of those receivers, they torch that Packers secondary, which is suspect. So I got the Seahawks. Our Bears, y'all, they at the Vikings. I don't know if this is the Cancun. It probably won't be because we got diehard Bears fans on here, but I think logically it should be if we were being logical. But anything's possible any given Sunday. Jamar, who you got?
Man, look, all right. So Minnesota's favored by 7 at home, 43.5 over under. All I'm gonna say is, last time we played Minnesota, we won. I'm just saying that. I'm picking my team. I don't care, logic or not. I'm picking my team. I'm gonna go down with a sinking ship like the Titanic. It's okay. And if you want to be the guy in the movie who just picked up a random child and said, "I'm a child," and go get on that boat, then that's fine with you. But I'm going down with my ship. Look, like at work, this other manager that I work with, like I tell him, because he's a Vikings fan, like your team is a fraud, like it was a couple of years ago with this record. They have no business being 11-2, but I guess we can say the same thing about a couple other teams. Anyway, if they can get the ball out early and often, Bears can win this game. Mm-hmm. Now, Caleb Williams hold on to that ball, then it could be curtains, but he get that ball out and make quick reads early and often, and Thomas Brown put him in the best position possible ever since he became the play caller, then I do like our chances. I mean, heck, we should have beat them just like we should have beat the Lions and we should have beat the Packers. We should be 3-0 in this division right now, but don't let my frustrations come out on y'all. So go bear down.
All right. And so
don't do it.
Y'all know I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man.
Come on, man.
It's logical, and I mean it makes sense. It really does.
I was on their side last weekend, and they embarrassed. See, that's why I jumped ship.
Yeah. And Emmanuel, who you got?
Logic has never stopped me from being a Bears fan. Bear down, baby. Let's go.
I like that.
I always want to bet on the Bears, man.
And y'all know too, just a reminder, y'all know the Bears play their worst football on primetime games.
See, anybody ask for that? Your part is over. Why are you talking?
Oh man! So yeah. Oh man! They're in Minnesota, and so I'm gonna go with the Vikings logically here. The Bears. I hope that they play a good game. I really do, y'all. But I think Justin Jefferson, man, I think he have a big day. And I got the Vikings. The Falcons at the Raiders, Jamar. Who you got for this one, bro?
Man, the fact that we got 2 Monday night games this week, we are so blessed.
Wow, right?
All right, so just so you know, Falcons are favored on the road by 44.5 over under. Desmond Ridder against his former team. Yeah, I have no reason at all to pick the Raiders, knowing they're trying to tank for probably Shadir Sanders. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, that's crazy to think because the Falcons been playing like crap lately. Yeah, Ian, who you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons, even though Kirk Cousins been playing like crap. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Yeah, like Jamar stated, those Raiders think they in full tank mode for Mr. Perfect Timing. So
yeah. The Raiders, they trying to rebuild for sure. And Emmanuel.
Yep, I agree with Jamar, man. There's no reason.
Pull out that button
to play.
Right. Yes. Voila. Yes. Moving on. And so quickly, y'all. Lastly, Broncos at Chargers next Thursday. Jamar, who you got? That'll be a good one. If both teams win, they're gonna be both 9-5, or both. 9-5 or 9-6? One of the two. 9-5, 10-5. They're gonna have the same record if they win, and that'll be a big matchup for wild card implications. You know.
Absolutely. Man, my Bo knows. Bo knows. I got the Broncos.
Yep. And what about you, Em?
I'm gonna go with running game of Mr. Hardball. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers at home. Yeah, and Emmanuel.
Okay. I'm going Broncos.
And I'm with you, and I got the Chargers.
Oh, we are divided house.
Yeah, and so, world, that concludes our NFL Week 15 picks. Got a lot of big games happening this week, and it's going to be very, very, very interesting to see what happens. And so, Ian, bro, before we get into our final thoughts and shout-outs, just quickly, you got any thing for us for Ian's basement before we depart?
Yeah. I gotta go on a rant. So we do have the Heisman Trophy. We have the Heisman Trophy ceremony tonight. I'm assuming that you guys are going with Travis Hunter to be the winner, right?
I was, yeah.
That's my money was at, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of disrespect. How does my guy win arguably the best defensive player of the year award, gets the best receiver award, but he doesn't win the Thorpe Award? What's up with that, man? That don't make sense to me. And this is no knock. Shout out to Caleb Downs from Ohio State. He got the Thorpe Award the other night, but it just it don't sit well with my spirit. It don't make sense to me. But nevertheless, shout out to all the college winners of all the awards. I see Ashton Genty, he got the Maxwell Award. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little weary of Travis winning the Heisman because I said a couple weeks ago, I said it's either he's gonna sweep all the awards and he ain't gonna win Heisman, or he'll win Heisman and he won't win many awards. But he's basically swept everything except the Maxwell Award. But them giving Genty the Maxwell Award, I kind of feel like it's gonna just blow everybody out the water tonight. So we'll see. Man, shout out to all the finalists, Genty's and Gabriel. Oregon's undefeated #1 team in the country, even though he's been playing for 7 years, but that's a whole nother story. And shout out to Cam Ward, making Miami relevant. Should be in the playoff, but they blew it against Syracuse. But man, shout out to all the finalists. Luck tonight, but I think Travis. He'll be the winner tonight. He should be the winner.
Right. Yep. And so yes, and thank you for pointing that out. And shout out to Ashton Genty, the running back for Boise State. who took home that award for the Dope Walker Award. And so we'll see what happens. And he also received the Max Award as well. And so shout out to that kid. They got the first round bye. Just shout out to that Boise State program. But I guess I'm already getting to final thoughts or shout outs, right? And so as we head into the weekend, Jamar, bro, any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
All right, so first and foremost, shout out to Emmanuel for a third time dropping by. Appreciate you.
Always.
All right, and then get into a little bit more of a serious tone. I wish we had some, some nice little music for that. No, but look, Randy Moss, as we've heard a few days ago, battling what was it, liver cancer, but now recently he just came out and said he defeated cancer. So Randy Moss, for me, has definitely been one of the most influential athletes, like of that I can even fantasize. Because him, if you know his story, it's kind of almost similar to Allen Iverson's story. If you know his story growing up, it's just all the things that they've been through, and coming on the scene. Randy Moss. Him, I mean, I could speak so much about Randy Moss as a player, but then him as an actual person too. When you starting to know the personality, since he's been in the media and stuff like that, is just glad that he defeated cancer. I can't imagine if had something, God forbid, something happened to him. This young, how much that would impact the world just based on who he is.
Right. Everybody gonna
right.
For sure, man. For sure. Absolutely. And so, yeah, I hear you, Jamar. We hear you. And bro, any final thoughts or shout outs we head into the weekend?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Emmanuel for coming on with us today. Always a dope time when you come on. Yeah, man. And shout
Likewise.
out to like Jamar stated. Shout out to Randy Moss, man. Fun fact: my first football practice ever as a kid, I wore Randy Moss shirt to football practice. I messed it up, but I wore my first football practice ever, man. So, and his birthday is literally the day before my birthday, man. So when I heard the news a little earlier last week, man, kind of crushed. Man, to our generation, man. So, man, yeah, man, blessings to him, blessings to everybody. Be safe during these holiday seasons. I know we all out here trying to be Santa. I just pray to God we all get the job done, man. Everybody be safe, stay warm. Well, except Brandon, we know Brandon's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been seeing a little cold his way.
yeah. But yeah, man, y'all be safe. Enjoy these times with your family. Know it's time for a lot of people don't certain family members not here around this time. So yeah, enjoy some sports, enjoy some basketball, football this weekend. Heisman Trophy presentation tonight. Man, we got the college football playoff coming up next week, so got some good sports coming up.
Absolutely. Yes. Yep. And Emmanuel, any final thoughts or shout outs we head into the weekend?
Oh yeah, well, want to thank y'all for inviting me back, man. I do always enjoy coming on with y'all. Shout out to the people that be in the comments for chatting up with us. Appreciate you guys as well, man. And pretty much like Ian and Jamar said, man, prayers for Randy Moss. I'm glad he defeated cancer because I lost my auntie to breast cancer in 04, so I know how devastating that can be to a family. And happy holidays to all the listeners. Spend time with your family, cherish some all that good jazz, man. And everyone stay safe out there, man. And I look forward to coming back.
Oh, awesome. And so, yes, world, stay safe and remember that with God, all things are possible. Shout out to yourself, Emmanuel. We appreciate you for joining us. It was a blast with you this morning, my brother.
Yeah.
It was a blast with you. And thank you for checking in on me this week. And that's how this all came into fruition. And so appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate everything you're doing. God bless your ministry and God bless the things that you are doing. We can't wait to hear you on Sirius XM Radio. That's going to make us so proud. Congratulations on the World Series of Comedy and being one of the top comedians in the United States of America and soon to be in platforms around the world. We appreciate you rocking with us here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast and waking up at 7 a.m. to talk sports with us. And so with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend.